Welcome, this is Mukul Yudhvir Singh for ET Auto, and standing with me is a special man, Reuven Azar. He is the Israeli ambassador to India. Reuven, welcome to the show.
Hello, Mokul. How are you?
Very good. How have you been? How's India treating you?
India is an amazing place, a great friend of Israel, a good place to do business with.
Perfect. You're here for collaboration ecosystem between the startups of the two countries, especially around the automotive space.
Yes.
Where do you see this collaboration taking the two countries in the next 5 years?
We have an amazing complementarity, Mukul, because Israel has a lot of startups in mobility, more than 800 companies, and India is an amazing hub of production. The idea here is that we can combine forces to make the Indian vehicle industry much more competitive, not only in India, but especially abroad, in a time in which the economy of India is rising and the Indian manufacturers want to conquer global markets. They can come to Israel to scout for technologies. Our products are already here. Many of them are integrating into the industry, whether it be in the sensor field, whether it be in batteries, whether it be in motors, electric motors. So there is a huge amount of startups, and this combination is proving itself year after year, and we see the process of how the Indian industry is rising together with the Israeli solutions.
Interesting. Though you've named where we can collaborate, but could you expand on that a little more? Where do you think would the best collaboration be between India's manufacturing power and Israel's technology?
It's mainly in the software. Today, the value of a car, of the modern car, 80% of it, it's software. So the Israeli companies are already working with the Japanese industry, with the German industry, with the American industry, and we want to do this also with the Indian industry, especially because of the fact that India wants to become competitive. In the past, you used to manufacture vehicles mainly for India, but if you want to compete with the Japanese, and you want to compete with the Germans and the Americans, then the software solutions that are making a car smarter with AI, with sensoring, with automatic features, Israel is the place to be. Companies like Mobileye and others are world leaders in this sector, and therefore that's the reason that our the Israeli mobility companies are so popular around the world.
Very interesting. But then software only works if it has complementing hardware.
Right.
If there are challenges in the hardware, software also fails.
Right.
Do you think that the Indian hardware is now capable of handling the most complex of codes and software, especially the one being developed in the automobile industry?
First of all, India is also a software powerhouse. So in software we can cooperate as well. The advantage of India is that it can enjoy the entire, get the benefit for the entire economic chain, both in the hardware, in the entire vehicle, and I'm sure that India is capable of doing that. And by joining hands, we're going to get better performance and more competitiveness.
Interesting. Anything on tariffs? Because the whole world now is going towards tariffs, tariff this, tariff that. Do you think that will be a hindrance?
Well, in our relations, Israel already has exposed itself. We have a unilateral policy of exposing ourselves, so our taxes are very low. What we are trying to achieve now is a situation in which we can have Indian customs coming down, not necessarily to start exporting finished goods, because Israel doesn't export many finished goods. But what we need this trade agreement for is in order for the industry to cooperate with the industry and to have the inputs that the Indian industry requires in order to, as I said, make more joint ventures and create more competitiveness in order to conquer more markets around the world.
Interesting. And if we go beyond automotives, right? We've seen collaboration in drones, we have seen collaboration in different defense technologies. But what would be some other areas where you think India and Israel can collaborate more?
Well, we have already two very robust verticals. That's the defense industry, and it's the agricultural slash water field. We are building now two more verticals. The third is going to be infrastructure. Israel is going to invest about $200 billion in the next 10 years in infrastructure projects, and we want to attract Indian companies to come and compete on international tenders in Israel. It's Israeli money, and the Indian companies have only an opportunity to benefit from that. And it will revolutionize our relationship. India has the capacity that it didn't have 20 and 30 years ago, because you are building here a huge amount of infrastructure, metro, power stations, airports, you name it. So we want your companies in Israel, and we are inviting them. We are working very hard for them to come. The fourth vertical is, of course, what we mentioned before. It's high tech, is the capability either for Indian companies to scout for technologies in Israel or for Israeli companies to come and manufacture here, because many of the hardware companies, including the companies that are exhibiting now today in ACMA, they prefer to produce in India because it's cheaper. So they want to scale up in India. And this is the way for many companies in the coming future.
One last question. You've already put a number, $200 billion, right? But if you were to put a number on what India and Israel can achieve together in terms of automobile industry altogether, everything mixed, what would that number be?
I don't know. Right now we are having a trade of about 4 or 5 billion. I think that following the visit of our finance minister here, who came with a very robust team of regulators, both in the infrastructure field and in the financial field, we are going to double that number. We want to get into a situation in which we streamline the financial transactions between Israel and India. And if we sign all these agreements, I'm sure that our trade is going to double in 2 or 3 years.
Thank you for talking to us, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is Mukul Yudhvir Singh signing off for ET Auto.